Have you ever woken up in the morning, feeling like your throat is blocked by something extremely uncomfortable? A thick lump of mucus that you can't cough out, but also can't swallow down. You try clearing your throat again and again, but that irritating sensation just won't go away, lingering throughout the entire day. This is not a rare situation. In fact, many people, especially those in middle age and beyond, are silently dealing with this problem every single day. They've tried everything: expectorant medications, anti-inflammatory drugs, even home remedies. Yet the mucus keeps coming back over and over again. What's concerning is that this isn't just uncomfortable. It can significantly affect your quality of life. You feel tired, self-conscious when speaking, and sometimes even anxious, wondering if your body is facing something more serious. So why is this mucus so stubborn? Are we truly treating it the right way? Or are we only addressing the symptoms while ignoring the real root of the problem? Most people, when dealing with mucus in the throat, assume the cause lies in the throat itself, or worse, in the lungs. That's why they focus on using mucus-thinning medications or treating respiratory symptoms. But the truth might surprise you. We've been blaming the wrong organ. According to traditional Eastern medicine, there is a very important concept. The spleen generates mucus while the lungs store it. This means the lungs are not where mucus is created, they are merely where it accumulates. The true origin lies in a system that most people overlook: the spleen and digestive system. You can imagine the spleen as a processing factory inside your body. When this factory runs smoothly, everything is handled efficiently. But when it malfunctions, excess substances begin to build up, and over time they transform into mucus. If we only focus on cleaning up the mucus in the throat without fixing this internal factory, then no matter how hard we try, the mucus will keep returning. And that is exactly why so many people struggle with this issue without ever fully resolving it. To truly understand why mucus forms, we need to look deeper into how the body functions, especially the role of the spleen in traditional medicine. In this perspective, the spleen is not just responsible for digestion, it also manages the entire process of fluid metabolism in the body. When you eat, the spleen breaks down food into nutrients to nourish your body. At the same time, it processes the fluids you consume, separating what's useful from what's excessive. The excess is then naturally eliminated. But problems begin when the spleen becomes weakened. This can happen due to irregular eating habits, excessive consumption of cold or greasy foods, or prolonged stress. When that happens, the body's ability to process fluids becomes impaired. Instead of being eliminated, excess fluids start accumulating. At first, you may only feel heaviness, fatigue, or poor digestion. But over time, these accumulated substances become thicker, stickier, and eventually turn into mucus. In other words, mucus doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it is the result of a long-term internal buildup within the body. At this point, you may start to realize something very important. Mucus is not just a simple symptom. It is the result of an entire chain reaction happening inside your body. And more concerning, this chain can repeat itself endlessly. When the digestive system, what traditional medicine refers to as the spleen, becomes weakened, the body begins to accumulate dampness or excess fluids. Over time, this dampness thickens and turns into mucus. But the story doesn't end there. This mucus, in turn, starts to block the flow of energy, what is known as qi, throughout the body. When qi is obstructed, the lungs can no longer effectively expel mucus. And when energy flow is disrupted, the digestive system becomes even weaker. Do you see what's happening here? A vicious cycle begins to form. Weak digestion, dampness, mucus blocked, qi, stagnant energy, even weaker digestion. This is exactly why so many people struggle to get rid of mucus completely. It's not because treatments don't work. It's because this internal cycle has never been broken. So the question becomes, how do we break free from this cycle? The answer is actually quite clear, yet often overlooked. If the root cause of mucus lies in the digestive system, then the solution cannot stop at simply clearing the throat. We need a more comprehensive approach. There are 3 core principles you need to remember. First, strengthen digestion. Restore the body's ability to process and transform nutrients. When this system is strong, the factory stops producing mucus. Second, eliminate dampness. Remove the excess fluids that are building up inside the body. These are the raw materials that form mucus. Third, resolve existing mucus. Help the body break it down and expel it effectively. If you only focus on one of these steps, the results will be limited. But when you combine all 3, you not only reduce mucus in the short term, you also prevent it from coming back in the future. This is what it means to treat both the root cause and the symptoms, a strategy that many people are still missing. And now, after understanding both the cause and the solution, let's move on to the most important part, a simple method that you can apply right at home. It's a therapeutic herbal tea made from everyday ingredients. It's not a drug, it's not complicated, but it is based exactly on the principles we've just discussed. This tea uses 4 familiar ingredients: fresh ginger, dried tangerine peel poria, and lily bulb. It may sound simple, but each component plays a very specific role. Ginger helps warm the digestive system and stimulate metabolism. Dried tangerine peel regulates energy flow, reduces bloating, and supports mucus breakdown. Poria helps drain excess fluids from the body. And lily bulb soothes the lungs and helps restore overall balance. When combined, they form a complete system, strengthening digestion, eliminating dampness, and resolving mucus all at once. What makes this method special is that it doesn't force the body, it gently restores balance over time, creating results that are not only effective, but sustainable. You might be wondering, can something as simple as 4 everyday ingredients really be effective? The answer lies in how they work together. Each component in this herbal tea doesn't act alone. They complement one another to create a well-rounded synergistic effect. First, there's fresh ginger, a familiar ingredient yet incredibly powerful. It helps warm the digestive system, stimulate metabolism, and support the lungs in expelling mucus. More importantly, its warming nature helps awaken a sluggish digestive system. Next is dried tangerine peel. Think of it as an energy regulator. It promotes smooth circulation within the body, reduces bloating, and plays a key role in breaking down mucus. Poria acts like a natural drainage system, helping the body eliminate excess fluids, the very source of mucus formation. And finally, lily bulb helps soothe the lungs, reduce dryness and irritation, and balance out the warming properties of the other ingredients. When combined, they don't just target mucus, they improve the entire internal system. What's truly great about this tea is that you can easily prepare it at home without any complicated techniques. First, gather your ingredients: 1 fresh ginger root, about 10 grams of dried tangerine peel, 10 grams of poria, and 10 grams of lily bulb. Keep the skin on the ginger to maintain its natural balance, but make sure to wash it thoroughly with salt water to remove dirt and bacteria. Next, slice the ginger into thin pieces or fine strips. The other ingredients only need a quick rinse. Avoid soaking them for too long to prevent nutrient loss. Then, place everything into a pot with about 1 liter of water. Bring it to a boil over high heat, then reduce to low, and simmer for around 30 minutes so the active compounds can fully infuse into the water. Once the tea turns a light golden color and releases a gentle, pleasant aroma, it's ready to drink. The best time to consume it is in the morning when your body is most active. Drinking it warm will also help improve absorption. If you stay consistent with this method over time, the first thing you'll notice won't be the instant disappearance of mucus, but rather subtle yet meaningful changes in your body. You may find that your throat feels less congested in the morning. That heavy, sluggish sensation in your body begins to fade. Your digestion improves, less bloating, better appetite, and a more comfortable overall feeling. Gradually, the amount of mucus will noticeably decrease. No more constant throat clearing, no more lingering discomfort throughout the day. Your body starts to feel lighter, more at ease, and you'll realize that the issue isn't just being masked, it's actually improving from within. The key here is that this method doesn't deliver instant results like medication, but in return, it allows your body to adjust and heal naturally. And that's the real difference. Instead of forcing change, you're helping your body return to its natural state of balance. Before you start using this herbal tea, there's one very important thing you need to remember. Just because something works doesn't mean it works the same way for everyone. This is a food-based therapeutic method, not a prescription drug. That means its effects come gradually. They are gentle but sustainable. Don't expect your mucus to completely disappear after just a few uses. This tea is most suitable for people with clear, thin mucus, a heavy body sensation, and poor digestion, what traditional medicine would describe as a weak digestive system with dampness accumulation. However, if you're experiencing thick yellow mucus, dry mouth, constipation, or a red tongue, these may be signs of internal heat. In such cases, ginger should be adjusted, or you should consult a professional before using this method. Pregnant women, individuals on medication, or those with underlying health conditions should always seek medical advice first. Remember, safety comes first. Don't rush into it just because you want quick results. If you think that simply drinking this tea will completely solve your mucus problem, then that's only half the story. The truth is, mucus doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's the result of daily habits built up over time. So, if you don't change your lifestyle, no matter how much tea you drink, the results will be limited. Start by looking at your diet. Foods like cold drinks, iced water, fried foods, and sugary snacks are silent triggers that weaken your digestive system and create the perfect conditions for mucus to form. At the same time, a lack of physical activity slows down circulation, allowing more dampness to accumulate in the body. Even light daily walking or simple exercises can make a significant difference. And don't overlook your mental state. Stress and overthinking don't just affect your mood, they also weaken your digestive function. If you truly want to improve your health, the change has to come from within, starting with the smallest daily habits. At this point, you may realize something very clearly. Mucus in your throat is not an incurable problem. It's simply your body trying to send you a signal. Once you understand the root cause and apply the right approach, things can absolutely improve over time. 1 cup of tea a day, combined with a few small lifestyle changes, may sound simple, but it can create a powerful impact on your health. So if you truly care about your body, don't wait any longer. Start today. If you found this information helpful, type 1 inch the comments below to show that you're ready to take better care of your health. And don't forget to like and share this video with your loved ones, especially those who may be dealing with the same issue. Finally, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss important health insights in upcoming videos. Your health is shaped by the choices you make every single day.